I'm Anjali.
I'm Kainas.
And today in studio we have none other than Bikram Saluja. We'll all recognize him from all the amazing work he's done, whether it's modeling, whether it's acting, whether it's writing a book, and most recently as a director. But I think you're also a tennis champion, so I think too many hats that you've donned.
Yeah.
But welcome, we're so excited to be sitting with you.
Thanks Anjali. Yeah. Nice catching up with you all.
Yes. Hi. So Bikram and I go back many years.
Yeah, I remember vividly when I just won that contest.
You're being very humble. The contest.
Now we have to say because he was India's first Mr. India.
Yeah.
So okay, and the OG. Okay,
yeah, absolute OG. That is being very humble.
No, just leaving that aside. So me and Guru, a friend of mine, who had, he also had taken part in the that contest.
Yeah.
So we had gone to meet. She used to work with Stardust or Star and Style or something. Magna Publication. So that's when our first meeting was.
Okay.
I remember this was in either end of.
No, we don't talk about the years.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want. She don't want the age to be revealed.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
So I had these two very imagine the winner and the runner-up.
Yeah, he was. Guru was the first
round. And we both get into the office, and my team was like, "There we go. Kainas is gone.
Day is made.
My day is made. My week is made. So cute, so hot, and So and I've been like kind of not much in touch, but we've been like on and off social media.
Yeah, I've been seeing your reading about your book and all.
And I've been seeing you as well because you do so many wonderful things. You travel a lot, and that's one thing that we really want to capture.
Travel has been for work, but I would have loved to travel for recreation and leisure, but unfortunately that hasn't happened because it's just been work. And when you're doing that kind of a docu-series which involves a lot of travel, there are a lot of to-do lists. So everything has been from the point of view of a camera lens and everything, what has to be captured and what not. So it's not a normal kind of traveling. I'm actually itching to finish that so that I can just go in like a tourist travel.
You've been doing it for a long time now?
I was on road for more than 1,000 days.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was a very challenging and grueling. When I started off, it was a journey of two friends who go out to unravel many facets of India. But after the first year, when I came back, it wasn't working out the way I had envisaged. And that's when I said I'll go out, but my friend said no way, I'm not going back again on road and grinding it out in 48 degree, 50 degree and all that. So then I ended up it just ended up being my journey. And so then I got assistant director and an assistant like a production line producer kind of a thing to help me. So they traveled with me, but so that I had the support system. So it ended up becoming just my journey. So it was a lot of it was very grueling. So when I was actually finding people like assistant director and a line producer, all of them used to be really enthusiastic. Though it's a road trip and we'll get to see. I said, hello, it's going to be worse than a boot camp. So because every day you're getting up at 6, 7, ending the day by after dinner, also backups and all that. So it was extremely grueling.
And also staying in the places that are very humble, I'm assuming.
Yeah, because I've shot it in. I believe that the heart of India resides in small towns and villages. So everything's been shot majority wise. It's been shot in smaller places.
But where did you get this entire thing? Because you're from modeling, and a lot will come to that. You've done some movies, and you've done that amazing music videos as well, right?
Yeah, back in the days.
So she was like, Boom Boom was.
A couple of them.
But nobody remember you come in there and like okay, fine.
That music video. So I think honestly for me, I've been a big fan of the whole indie-pop scene, and I was so sad that it kind of died down as such.
It's change, right? Change is inevitable, and that's how it is. So at that point in time, it was a new thing in India. Music videos, music labels, pop stars making there. So it was it got its due. But then of course MTV came, Channel V came, and now they are not there anymore to that. So everybody is now making series and all of that. So I guess it's you have to evolve as the time goes by.
Yeah, that's true. But that's from there you've gone into traveling immediately, or did you like pursue other things? Because
no, they were. I mean, see, modeling came, then theatre happened, then films happened when I thought that I was ready in a way to face a camera, and after a while, what had happened. There weren't any OTT that time. They weren't the multiplex culture and smaller independent films weren't. They were very few and far between. So I guess the kind of work that was being offered to me at that point in time wasn't that interesting, and I didn't want to waste myself just doing anything and everything for the sake of being in the game. And moreover, I didn't want people's perception to decide where I fit in or what I'm capable of doing. And that's when I knocked at doors and all, and after a while I just felt that I can't let myself go to waste. I can't waste my time and be dependent on somebody else's vision. And that's when I was wondering what to do. So a coffee table book happened, and then from there the journey started. I did a docu-series, it was sports series, in which I traveled with 7 iconic Indian sports people.
Was amazing,
and it was something unique. At that point in time, in 2010 and 2012, there were 7 or 8 athletes, sports people who were.
It was, I remember, there was Pankaj, Advani.
Yeah, there was Saina Nehwal, Abhinav Bindra, Mahesh Bhupathi, Narain Karthikeyan, Jeev, Milkha, Singh, Sushil Kumar. I mean, they were playing the tournament, so the idea was to see them up front and up close doing what they do to become who they are. So and it was a unique period in time. That's what I was saying, that for the first time in the history of Indian sports, there were 7 to 8 athletes who were one of the best in the world in their discipline. So Mahesh, being a close friend, because we had played together as juniors and traveled together, he was in the twilight of his life, and I thought, why don't I document his life? And then from there the idea came, and I said, why don't I document other people's lives? So the docu-series was called Traveling with the Pros. So I did it, I produced and directed it. It was a 2.5-year journey. And it came on ESPN. So Aditya Birla Group came in as a title presenter because they found a resonance with this subject. These people who had taken India to the world, and that's how. So it was released in 2012. So it was a 2.5-year journey, and it was interesting for me also, because going back to my roots as a tennis player, but of course different disciplines and all that. So it was shot in 7 countries with 7 sports people and 7 tournaments. So it was extremely interesting, and it was something meaningful.
No, and so that just, when you're talking about sports, I think as we say that so much has changed in the film industry, but I think so much has also changed in sports, right, in Indian sports. So do you think where now people are getting their due in different, sports, where it's not only about cricket anymore?
I mean, there is a have and have-nots. So there is of course an improvement in infrastructure, opportunities and all, but at the same time, for an individual sport like tennis, I'll just speak for tennis because that's where which does not have state backing, which is still driven by parents and your individual families, so our infrastructure, the tennis organization which is there, the All India Tennis Organization, they don't do enough. The way countries like in Spain and Italy, they've been able to churn out players. So they have from grassroots level itself, they have a very dedicated program and very channelized, professional. They travel together as a team, whereas when we used to travel as juniors, you were traveling by yourself, because there is an improvement, yes, but it's a long way to go still in terms of tennis. In other sports, the ones that are Olympic sports, like wrestling, like badminton, shooting, there's a lot of support system. The government does a lot, and you're seeing the results, but tennis is a very unique sport. It's very expensive also.
You made it pretty far. Right?
I mean, I did well as a junior. I did well as a junior. I played junior US Open, junior Wimbledon.
Yeah,
but I wasn't able to transcend from a good junior to a men's player. I should have probably moved on from Pune, and I should have taken a tennis scholarship and gone abroad to a US college. No, I was training there. I'm originally from Indore, but for tennis I had shifted at the age when I was 14 and a half, 15. I had shifted to Pune. I was living all by myself. And yeah,
15 is nothing.
I mean, I guess when you have to chase something, you got to give and sacrifice. So that's what. So there was no two ways about it. I knew that if I have to pursue, I have to get out of Indore. And to Pune at that point in time had good coaches and players. And similarly, I should have moved out of Pune when I was doing extremely well as a junior, and moved to play college tennis in the US, and that would have probably given another flip to my game. So that's a regret that, in fact, when the reunion that I had with my friends from the tennis days just now, we were meeting after 28 years, and we were discussing, because hindsight is clear vision, right? So now when you look back, what we should have done differently so that we could have probably gone one level up or two levels up, and closer to what we had dreamt of as kids. So this was one of the things that I should have actually gone to college, played college tennis, and probably I would have been in a better position. But I guess it is.
I think then we wouldn't get to see you in the amazing.
I wouldn't have been in this world then.
Because I think you've done amazing movies. You've done, Fiza, Page 3. I think a lot of you've got like a good body of work.
No, I mean, it should have been more, but unfortunately, time, place, opportunity didn't happen, and I didn't.
Why do you think? Because I think I don't know you too well, but as a person, you are very patient, which obviously you have to be.
I am.
I mean, so many years of So it's like, like I know how people are in the industry. They're very aggressive, right? They're aggressive when they want something, and to a point that they go and they kind of butter up and they go and start, what do you call it?
Kind of going. Sucking up to directors.
No, I mean,
and they do that.
I mean, I did knock at doors. I did go to directors and producers. In fact, after Fiza, even for Fiza, how it came about, or for Plan, or for Page 3, or for Just Married and all, I was the one who knocked at doors and called people that here I am. I'm happy to, if something interesting is there, if I fit in, just think about me. So it's not that I wasn't pushy or anything, but I just reached a point where I just realized that it's a different ball game, and I couldn't keep wasting my time, and I said I'll do something on my own, and that's how the coffee table books, the idea came, and I said, why don't I mean, it was about artistic expression and not about self-promotion, but something as a platform to artistically express, because that's the craving that wasn't being fulfilled at that point in time with the kind of roles that were coming my way. So I had two photographer friends, Ronnie Sequeira and Hardeep Sajdev, from the modeling days. We had grown up together. So I just pitched an idea that why don't I do a coffee table book, and so they were cool. So we collaborated like a DOP and a director would, and the concept ended up becoming interpretation of two iconic films onto a page. So it was shot like a film, but through a still camera. It was called an actor's inspiration. So the films that I interpreted were The Godfather, the character of Michael Corleone in an Indian corporate family, and so that's how I transported him into an Indian milieu, and Jake LaMotta from Raging Bull into a Parsi boxer who has ambitions, but because of his psychological fault lines, he self-destructs. So it was shot like a film, but through a still camera, and then transported back into a movie was transported in an Indian milieu back onto a page. So Paramount and MGM, the two copyright holders of the films, gave me permission to release to use their dialogues, but unfortunately they didn't allow me to sell the book in the open market, and without the dialogues from the film it wouldn't have correlated. So it was just meant, so then it ended up becoming a book that was for private distribution, and Bachchan Saab had written the foreword, which I'll be forever indebted and grateful to him for. And then it was also a photo exhibit which traveled to a couple of big art galleries like Vadera Art Gallery. There was a Tao Art Gallery and Tasveer in Bangalore. So it was interesting. It opened my eyes that I could create also.
Yeah.
So, and that's when as an actor, I felt like a puppet. I always tell,
That's what,
because you could do your job and you could put in everything that you have, but a lot of time, place, opportunity, and a lot of factors have to come in
Yes, exactly.
to propel you to another level so that you get better opportunities. And so you're just a spoke in a wheel.
Right.
So I felt very constrained with that.
Yeah.
And that's when I started doing this, I named my film company Puppeteer Films.
Yeah, so it's making sense now. 'cause
So the puppet becomes the puppeteer and master of my destiny. So that's the whole thing, that you take control and you form your own path rather than waiting for someone to make your path. So that's how the journey
I
started.
think that's such a nice thing that we're taking away, which we've not actually ever spoken about, where you carve your own niche and you
And
make
you
your
create
own.
Yeah, you have to.
Because
You
somewhere,
have to.
Otherwise, what we're doing is chasing things
Yeah.
for years, and there's so much of it's like a rat in the rat.
I mean, the thing is, I didn't want to compromise. I mean, there was a lot of work coming my way, but it wasn't interesting.
Yeah.
So for me, it didn't make sense. Yes, it would have given me a lot of money, but as a creative, as an artist, I wouldn't have grown. Or television, with all due credit, I didn't. The sensibility just didn't match, and unfortunately, OTT wasn't there. So there was just two clear fields in front of me, and that's when I said, I won't take these paths, but I'll create one on my own, and rather than following someone, I'll create my own path and lead.
Yeah. But but it's so interesting. You're making basically documentaries and you're doing non-fiction.
Yeah.
So now, do you see yourself actually creating fiction shows? Is that something?
I mean, I want to definitely direct a feature. I want to make my own feature, but it would, after this project, it's been a long grind.
Okay.
So these two docu-series have taken 11 years of my life.
Oh my God.
I've been at it since 11 years.
Of
This is not
dedication.
patience.
Yeah.
This is like
Yeah.
patience of a saint.
Yeah, so I shot 5 years on a trot, every 7-8 months on the road, and then since 2020 I've been in edit, and of course little whatever patchwork shoot, because a lot of both these, one is on the series on India, many Indias within India, and the other is on the Kashmir conflict. A lot of historical events have been also tackled, so a lot of expert interviews, so you don't get it ekdam at once, so so some people give you dates, so a lot of layers after layers, so it's shoot is still, I still have a patchwork for Bhagat Singh. I'm documenting in the India series the Hindustan Socialist Republican Association as well as Bhagat Singh's life and times. And for that I have to go and shoot a little bit in Pakistan. Of course now Pakistan, for me, I was really interested to go but I don't think I'll be able to, so I'll have to get someone to shoot, because Bhagat Singh, wherever he was born and all the places of importance related to his and HSRA, the other revolutionaries' lives, were in Lahore.
Wow,
So,
that's amazing. So much dedication. That's what I'm saying. That goes into making.
And also
it
creative. See, because you have to use your mind. Like how much?
The thing is that when I started off on the journey, I just had an idea. So I shot those places and then came back with a lot of material, so it's like a boulder, and then you start chiseling like a sculptor little by little, and then you realize, no, you need to go back and do it, and then when I was clear what I was chasing in each place, that's when I outlined everything. So the first year was actually a recce year, and then subsequently I knew that here I'm tackling suppose there's wildlife conservation, here I'm tackling some last village in a place where I'm looking at how children primary schooling they are getting, how in spite of tables being reversed and yet they are able to live their life and not be shaken up and still give it the best. So so different things. Then I devised that, so that not one place was interjecting with the others. Each place would have its unique stories being portrayed.
Like, how long will the documentary be?
So it's right now it's 14-part series. The India series is about 14-part series of anywhere between 35 minutes to 60 minutes, and the Kashmir series is a 5-part series.
Yeah. No, I'm sure I can't wait to watch, and obviously we don't want you to reveal too much because when I understand. But is there something very interesting that story from India, something that you saw or that surprised you?
I mean many. I mean many. Like I mentioned that like I shot in a place called Chitkul, and it's the last village on the Kinnaur side. Kinnaur is a district in Himachal Pradesh. And beyond that is Tibet, and now of course it's under Chinese occupation. So how kids are getting education there, in a remote place, and we take it so much for granted, and so that's one aspect. Then I was able to meet with Independent India's first voter. He unfortunately passed away. He was a teacher, Negi ji. So from him, through his eyes, I have tackled what democracy was, what democracy is now, what leaders were then, and what leaders are now. So because he's voted in all the elections, he said he didn't miss any, neither the Lok Sabha one or the Vidhan Sabha one. He's not missed any of the elections. Even the Panchayat also he didn't miss. So it was these words of wisdom, and then which is very enriching, these you get to learn different facets, and then different architecture like Katkuni homes in Himachal. So so many different facets I've been able to explore, and the idea actually stemmed from the fact that we don't take more than a peep in our own backyard, but when we go abroad, we are so inquisitive about going to every nook and corner, every monument we want to go and explore and take pictures. But in our own backyard, you don't. So I've always wanted to go and explore my land, connect with the people, connect with the land, and in a way connect with myself also. So I was going on a road trip, and I 10 days prior to going, I said, I don't know when I'm going to do this. Why don't I shoot a docu? And that's how that's how the journey began.
How did it begin? Like,
so that's how the journey began.
Acting, modeling, and then like suddenly you're like on the road.
And I was going. I actually the cinematographer who had collaborated with me on my earlier sports series, I'd asked him to come. So he said, it's your personal journey. I think it would be more interesting if you shoot it. So I've actually shot it. So everything is through my eyes. So I handled the camera and So it was a very enriching journey. Now of course I have to realize it, recover the money, make some money so that I can remain independent. So that's critical.
That is critical. But you've been traveling, and I can't see. So to be honest, like being a city girl, I can't see myself. Like I'm sure that you lived in places and you.
Minus 16. Minus 16. I was stuck in ice walls. I was stuck in glacier water, in sand dunes. Lot of things that one has gone through.
And also staying, like for me, it's like there's definitely no Taj or Oberoi in the place.
No, the thing. We did stay in some places, nice places, but it defeats the purpose because here you are trying to explore India. On the ground, and see life as it exists, and then so we more or less stayed mostly in nice decent places, so it wasn't ostentatious or anything. And also the budgets didn't because it's a self-funded, independent. So it was in my car. I took my own car. I didn't do a tie up with any car company because they would say you shoot this, you shoot that. I didn't want no compromises, and completely it's just my car. It was so the car was packed. I had every because I was shooting in places which were so far flung that if any equipment broke down, it would mean that I would not be able. I would lose days. So I had everything too. The cameras, multiple cameras, spare parts of cameras, multiple. So everything had to, and so the drones also I had 2, 3 I carried.
This sounds so amazing.
Yeah.
But you're not going. We're like, Bikram is
Yeah.
to come with you, but I would not say that.
We'll watch.
Yeah, but my journey is, see, the camera is not on me.
Yeah.
So all these aspects are not
Oh, you don't
not
come with the
recorded.
camera at all?
No, I am, but this BTS, we didn't. We just, I had a very small crew.
Okay.
So, and I didn't want to distract.
Yeah,
and
from
and
what
the it's the India that I'm focusing on. It's not me.
Yeah.
So a lot of these tidbits and
But
trivia.
we should put you so that we all, everyone watches.
But we don't have.
Because you're recognized.
No, I'm there in the in the series because I'm the narrator and I'm the medium through of storytelling. But a lot of things that have happened, unfortunately, weren't recorded because we didn't shoot BTS.
But like now, as you said, you wanted to become a director so that you could control, creative control was for you.
Yeah, I mean, I so that the thing is that if you are making something, the onus lies with you, the blame,
The
whatever, the
responsibility.
responsibility. So it's you who's driving it.
Yeah.
And you have complete ownership of it, and so you can go to the distance, you can do trial,
It's
error,
like your
whatever.
baby, it's your
Yeah, and
project.
you can layer it, detail, whatever. So, and if it fails, then the buck stops with you.
Yeah.
So that's very liberating that you are doing something which is of course the outcome is a different thing, but at least the making of it, there are no compromises, and you've put your heart and soul into it and left no stone unturned. So that is very liberating.
Yeah, it really sounds like you put your heart and soul.
Yeah.
But like what I wanted to know is now, would you be open to if someone, to being back on screen? If someone comes in,
I mean, of course, I'm interested. I mean, I'm once an actor and always an actor.
We want to see you now. Come on.
No,
After documentary, you have to get back on screen.
No, I have auditioned. It's just that unfortunately, the things that I liked
Sure you will.
hasn't come my way. What came my way weren't interesting.
Yeah.
And I just feel that after such, I haven't been on screen for more than 2 decades. So if I want to do something,
it has to be worth
it has to be at least, even if it's it has to be a nice supporting part. Otherwise, why come back? Why just,
But now OTT has opened doors, and I think there'll be a lot of
I mean,
opportunities.
there also then time, place, opportunity has to happen. no?
Especially after a podcast, you're going to get offers. Trust me.
Yeah.
We have like
We
a
have
great
billions
viewership.
of viewers.
No, but we will. We just
I mean, I mean, it would be nice to get back and do something that you love and you've worked on, and now, of course, with so much of insight into different aspects of movie making, being in front of the camera, being behind the camera, it's been extremely enriching, which I'm sure would subconsciously help a lot in my acting also.
Correct. I was just, because I remember once I was watching an Imran Khan interview and he was talking about how Amir Khan, before he could enter movies, he told him, travel across India, and just observe people, go on the train, travel. So I would just think that with all the experience
They
you
tell
have now,
offers the same as well.
you need to live life before you can kind of,
I mean, I'm really fortunate that I got this opportunity and it unfolded and it unraveled. And when I started off, it was supposed to be a one-off thing, 7 months, I'll finish and come back. But then when I did the rough cuts, I realized that no, I need to go deeper, and that's when it became like an onion. The more I peeled, the more layers it unraveled, and also the more deeper I went, the more deeper it pulled me in, because it's not just India of the now, it's also India of the then. So there's Maharaja's accession, there's Junagadh accession, there's Bhagat Singh and the revolutionary movement, partition, Operation Blue Star, Kargil war, Tibetan aspirations.
Listen, like you should get some award or something.
I'm sure. No, there's just so much detail.
No,
but
I mean,
who does that?
I mean, it's been.
Like, you literally sacrificed so many years of your life.
Yeah, I've put in. Yeah.
It's like half.
And a lot of,
years, right?
Yeah, I mean, my prime years.
And enjoying.
No, but I mean, that wasn't the priority. Work has always been a priority. Work is always. It's just that within the course of the journey, a lot of personal, not debacles, but I mean, you can say it has had a lot of share of personal ordeals also. So
sacrifices on the way. I'm sure.
Where's the ball?
I have it.
God, relax.
What? When?
No, you'll find out. No, we have
He's like, oh.
so because we very rarely we have someone who actually has been an athlete as well.
Yeah.
So we kind of want to see how quick your reflexes are. So
Okay.
catch.
God.
Yeah, you can't tell me catch, no? You just throw it like this.
No, but mine are clearly not good at all.
You just have to throw it. You shouldn't have even told me.
But we wanted to throw it and say like the ball is now in your court. But we
Okay.
actually have a fun game that we want to play with you.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, we need to fetch that ball.
Okay. Yeah, it's just there.
Yeah. So we can throw. Now you can throw it. Let's see
Okay, I
your
will
game.
throw it. Yes.
But this is called Onset bingo. So
Okay.
just for everything that's happened, you can like throw the ball back.
Me? I'm
You
throwing?
can throw it to him, and then
Okay.
for everything that's happened, you can throw the
Okay,
ball
I
back
won't-
to
I
us.
won't damage
So,
their property.
so Kyra, your reflexes
fine,
need to be good.
done,
Okay.
done.
Okay. So have you slept on set? So if you have, then you throw.
Now, which sleeping are you referring to? Like a normal sleeping, yes, I've slept when I'm tired, but the other sleeping, no, I haven't. No, I mean for me, work is worship, so no, I haven't done the other kind of sleeping
I
around.
totally meant it
But
in
I
a
have slept for sure. Yeah, I mean you're working 10, 12 hours, and so whether be it in L.O.C or whether be it in plan or something, waiting for shots, and I don't like to go to the makeup van or whatever. I like to be on the set as long as possible and just observe.
Okay.
I've just slept there.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay, so catch, then you can throw. Okay, now throw it back.
Oh my God.
This is like
Her game is like, but we just got the tennis ball.
Okay, and another question is, and this can be from earlier, obviously,
Yeah.
not now, but have you ever flirted with a co-star?
Or anyone. No,
Yeah,
post up.
on set. Yeah, it could be
Yeah.
actually anyone.
No, I haven't.
Really?
No,
In
I
all
haven't.
the movies.
No, I mean L.O.C there was no co-star.
Oh, yeah.
You also flirt with men.
Plan time I was married, so
How
no.
sweet.
Yeah.
And Fiza, no, I was single during Fiza, but no, I didn't. And then which I was just married also, I was married.
Okay.
So no,
Just okay. So you don't give that.
yeah, and modeling time I was too shy. I was too introverted. I wasn't comfortable in my skin.
Yes.
So I would be scared to talk to anyone, So it took a lot of time. In fact, it's the documentary series when I started doing is when it's opened me up, and because interacting with so many different people, so many facets, handling a lot of things. So when I started my creative journey on my own is when I actually have opened
I
up.
remember that very well.
Yeah.
He was a quiet.
Yeah,
man,
I was very quiet and
I
not.
tried all my tricks, but nothing worked.
No, I was just not comfortable in my skin back then.
Yeah, okay. But so good looking, you want Mr. India. How can you not be comfortable?
No, it's
if you're not comfortable, we should be like.
I know. No, but
No.
okay, next question.
Yeah.
Gotten yelled at by a director.
Gotten yelled at by a director? No, I mean during Fiza probably I didn't get yelled at, but I was told just a little bit, but nothing yelled at. No,
Okay.
no.
Okay, so that means you're a good.
He's just holding his own ball. Say something. Where
He's just holding his own words out. So
No. I mean,
Yes,
JP Datta Saab I'd heard of that he's a hard taskmaster, but no, even in L.O.C and all that, no, I didn't get. It was I mean in terms of the logistics were challenging in that movie because you're shooting on real location and it was mammoth, all the soldier stories and all, but no, I didn't see that side of him, which I'd heard of.
Yeah,
So
okay,
no.
you can take it back.
Okay.
Okay, have you had a wardrobe malfunction in anything that either modeling or set or?
I think probably during Ramp, once the Nara had gone and I had the not bandwidth, but I had the foresight to put a belt on.
Okay.
And
So nothing too
yeah,
embarrassing,
nothing.
basically.
No,
Let's get some.
no.
A woman making a pass at you. How many times has it happened? Come on, tell me.
I mean,
Get to the right questions.
no.
I'm so interested in all
I
this
mean,
life. Love
I mean, no. I mean,
Though Nara is interesting.
women making a pass. No, I mean,
Really?
That I don't refuse.
I
Not
did
a-
that in 19 something.
not a direct pass, but I guess
Yeah.
you know that the energy that people are interested in, But earlier times I was too shy to even
Respond.
and I've always been in relationships, I was
Yeah,
I even as in modeling I started I ended up and I was committed always. So unfortunately, the avenue didn't arise, but. Yeah.
You're like a very committed guy.
Yeah.
I mean, more or less, yeah.
So long drive or long hug? I'm just reading.
Yeah.
Long drive or?
Long hug. Answer correctly, you'll get a hug. You're right here.
Definitely long drive.
I mean, both are.
A long hug with a long drive. Without your
that would be ideal actually. That would be ideal. Yeah, and now with automatic cars, you can do that.
That's true.
On your travels, do you meet like interesting people?
He's gone to villages and stuff.
No, but still, you can meet people.
I mean,
like
co-travelers happened only in Rajasthan and Ladakh and all that, but.
No, I'm talking about women, not interesting people.
No.
He's like, and even if I have, why should I
even tell you? Like, what's wrong with you? Yeah.
I mean, ended up meeting interesting people, but didn't have that much of time to spend because you had your day. It's only during dinner was the time where you could catch up, and then it's again back to the grind from morning.
So you've been only working, but now that once the documentary is done, then you'll have more time for your.
I'm actually wanting that me time, and it's been because even though shooting now is few but I mean more or less the on location shoot is done. Only for Bhagat Singh portion, little bit I have to shoot. Some in Pakistan and Calcutta I have little bit schedule, and for Partition 1 or 2 interviews are left. So that's about it. But so edits now almost I'm getting into final post. So this is more or less done, but it's still another 8-9 months of grind because color grading, music, a lot of stuff is there, and then pitching. Because
pitching is like going to be.
I mean it's a leap. I mean it's a leap of faith that I've taken on. So and right now it's not the best of times. The OTTs, the way they were flourishing, now everyone's
like now again the OTTs have come and so many of them have come, but.
But it sounds very unique what you've done.
Let's see. I hope.
I'm sure it will. I think it's something that is so unique.
I'm also pitching internationally because Kashmir series I'm wanting to take it international. So I in fact came back from France. I'd gone for a docu market. So meeting and let's see where it goes. I'm hoping that something.
You find it hard to get back after so many. You're out on the road and then you come back to normal. I would say normal or not normal society. It's so difficult, right?
I mean,
because
that time, that time it was when I was traveling 7-8 months a year and coming back. So I was living almost like a nomadic life. But now, since 2020, it's not been. The shoots have been sporadic. But the edit has been extremely challenging because there's a lot of material, more than 400 terabytes of material. And then each film, each region has 2 or 3 films, and to carve out from a huge thing what you want. So it's a lot of work, and because everything is in my mind, because everything you can't in a film everything is pre-scripted and the shot breakdown and all are there, but in a docu you're shooting a lot spontaneously also. So everything that I've shot is in my mind. So the process that I've had to go through is first is to convert the footages, which the assistant editor does and lines up day wise, and then I myself go. Fortunately, over the period of time I've learned how to edit and all that. So I line up everything topic wise, segment wise and all that, and then give it to the editor so that everything is completely organized, and a roadmap that in this place I'm looking at this is what it is, and while he's going through the footage, and that's when I write a whole screenplay kind of a thing with treatment. So it's a lot of work. It's it's extreme amount of work.
I know, and I think I think it's going to make for an amazing series to watch, because I think whenever you put your heart and soul in any piece of work, it always comes across.
It's a part of you. It's you.
I mean it is a reflection of what I relate to. So of course your work is also a reflection of your personality.
Unbelievable amount of determination.
Correct.
Patience is understatement. It's like too much. I mean, because in this we just give up, right? So many of us.
I mean, for me it was like I was in an ocean. I was in an ocean, and the only way out was because I didn't envisage that it would go on, and then my family was frustrated. I had unfortunately I got separated during this time. My wife, who's my son's mother, she was frustrated. So I mean it's taken a toll on my personal life, and but I just didn't have any other avenue because I was in the middle of an ocean, and the only way out was to swim it out or drown. So I bit by bit just kept my head down and go bit by bit, and now I can, fortunately, I can see the shore.
Yeah.
And so it's just the last
There are lots
haul.
of people waiting on the shore, don't worry.
Yeah.
Waiting for us.
Let's see. I hope I start pitching next month in India. So my promos, my books, the brochures. I've shot pictures also, interesting pictures. So it's something. It's something. Yeah, it would be something that would stand the test of time.
Nice. But yeah, so we're going to ask you some like last 3 questions, and we'll obviously try and make them fun, interesting. But the question we wanted to ask you though is, what is one green flag in women that you kind of appreciate, or that you think like when the minute you
many
speak
green
of-
flags are there.
Yeah, but just one thing that like you think.
Simplicity. I think simplicity, humbleness. Yeah, that would be empathy. And then there are. I mean, I don't have a checklist, but then there are some virtues that if somebody can keep you like is happy and a happy person, a clean soul, pure soul. I mean, that's what. And then of course, you need to be attracted to physically also in
That
terms
is
of
actually also the main thing, right? Like a person will be really nice, but then
No, I mean, physical. I mean, some attraction has to be there.
Correct.
So it so that whether it's the personality wise or whatever, that because beauty lies in the eyes of the
course,
beholder.
that's
So
true.
it's not.
Yeah.
But so it's a lot of elements.
Yep.
Let's see. Hope.
And now that you're in the hot seat, you have to tell us the truth. You can't lie. So, what is one red flag in yourself that you think that you have worked?
I'm consumed by my work.
Yeah.
In fact, someone just told me that, and I'm trying to negate that and trying to work on that, and that I everything kind of takes a back seat. I get consumed by my work, and everything else follows. So I need to be able to balance. That balancing is, and it's costed me in the past, and it's costing me now also. So
that's
I
the
just
kind of regret that you have.
and not a regret, but I now when I look back and reflect and that I need to be able to have a balance, and I've negated my personal life a lot.
Totally.
I've completely negated my personal life. I've just been on this quest, and it is a quest because that's even the promo says it's a quest of this massive. Which became a massive endeavor. So, and because it's gone on and on and on, and there have been many highs, and highs means what I've been able to capture, but lows, a lot of lows, because it's taken a lot of time, a lot of edits, in edits especially. Now, when I look back, the shoot as compared to the edit was much peaceful, much this thing, but the edit has been grueling, and I've had to go through multiple editors because there are 7 regions, so 7 different editors, and then beyond that there were many editors who screwed up, who weren't professional enough. You know, then COVID came, work from home, so it's been just clinging and just surviving, that trying to finish bit by bit, kaise ho jaye.
But I think, but I actually think the discipline comes from being an athlete, right? Because I think when you have that grit and determination.
Yeah, because as a tennis player, each day on the court you're fighting, right? It's a battle out there, and you are there, and you and yourself. There's nobody else. Nobody can help you on the court. It's you, and so that of course has helped in the sense that you. Like put your head down and just grind it out one day at a time. In fact, I was low a couple of days back, and my younger brother is also a tennis player, was a tennis player. Of course, he's a banker now, and he said, chin up, one step at a time. So that's what I mean. There's no other way. You will have days where everything looks finished, and you'll be down in the dumps. But you got to rise up, and you got to take a step at a time, and just focus and keep looking on and moving ahead. Because you know, if an endeavor of such magnitude, if you look at it from like upfront and you see it in a larger picture, it will just overwhelm you.
Yeah,
So little thing. Okay, I have to do this. I have to do this. Do this. So little by little, jot by jot. If you keep walking, then suddenly you will reach the mountain peak. It's like somebody said that when you're climbing the mountain, you're not looking at the peak. You're just taking one step at a time. You're going up and down. One step, take it up, and then soon, if you keep doing that, eventually you'll get to the top.
That's a thing with life, right?
Consistency.
Yeah, it's consistency.
Yeah.
Even when you're writing,
Yeah.
sometimes you just can't see the end of the book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
It's a small
any
example.
creative
Yeah.
endeavor, and I think
Yeah.
what I always realize is that people are so quick to judge whether it's books, whether it's art,
Yeah.
whether it's movies.
Yeah.
But there's so much effort that goes into it.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
So,
there is a lot of
So
lot.
only the people who are doing it realize how much work.
I mean,
goes
drafts after drafts. I have files. So I mean, if this was to be I had shot in at my place, the files have different colors. I mean,
That amount of
no, it's so that each region has a different color. I know everything organized, everything draft 1, draft 2, draft 3, draft from multiple drafts. Voiceovers comes later. You have to write the voices. So it's a lot of work and independent filmmaking, because I've shot it, I've written it. So it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But what we can take away from this episode also is that, of course, never give up and all that.
Yeah,
but
persistence
also
is
the key, and also the smaller steps that really matter.
Yeah, I mean that's
as your brother said,
yeah,
as you said.
yeah, it is.
And,
I mean, because when you're chasing something, like 100 steps are there, you can't straight away leap onto the 100th step. You have to take those
it's like playing
1,
the
1,
game,
2,
right?
2. Yeah, you have
can't
to.
straight go and do
Yeah,
it, and then you have to like play or whatever. So I think that's something that because now everybody just wants everything immediately, right?
Yeah.
Like I just want to be a star. I just want to be the best selling author. I just want to be. But there are the
You just have to keep doing it and keep doing it.
Yeah. So Mr. Bachchan said this, that the key to success is that you have to keep working.
Yeah.
So just keep working, just keep working, and somewhere, somehow, something will connect the dots, and you'll be.
Yeah, I mean, for like a lot of people come up and say, "Oh, where have you been? You're not seeing it." I said, "I'm still doing my work. I'm still here. I'm still chasing the dream of cinema that I have. It's just that I'm taking a different path, which is a longer path, because." Unfortunately or fortunately, the work that I'm doing is, and I take time because I'm very detailed, extremely meticulous, and extremely layered.
Yeah.
So for me it takes double or triple the time, so that it shows on the thing.
Yeah, and I think it's a calling, right? When you get a calling towards any project, then you have to answer it. And
I mean, calling in the sense, now you can say calling, but when I started off, it wasn't this vision. But over the period of time, I realized that this is how I need to do it, and fortunately, I was able to rechannelize and chase that way and rework it.
And I wanted to ask you, I mean, I know, it's your personal life, but these days a lot of people, relationships are breaking, a lot of people are having to parent alone. So if for someone watching, if they have to kind of, parent their child and they're going through separation, do you have any advice, something you've learned that you'd want to share?
I mean, like I mentioned, during the course of this journey, unfortunately I separated, and my son, I have a 12-year-old son who lives with his mum, and she's a great mother, but we've had our challenges, and I've been persistent to try and get the bond formed, but it's not been to the level that I would have loved. But he's just a child, so you have to keep making the effort. So, and I didn't want to go also in a way, I wanted things amicable so that it doesn't affect him. So I've put myself at the back, and I'm carrying the cross, I mean, so to speak, but you just have to keep doing putting in the effort and keep at it, and show up consistently, because that's what a child would want. Even if he doesn't meet me, I still make it a point to try calling him, try talking to him, let's meet, let's do this, whatever. At least in hindsight, when he looks back, when he grows up, that at least his father was there. So I guess single parenting or separate parenting, you just have to be there and what's the child's fault in it? You can't have the child suffer your ego or your clashes with your partner or your ex-partner. I think that has to be on the side, so that the child doesn't get is not affected and influenced. Yeah, so that is extremely. So I've tried my best to even at times where I've had to suck in my own pride and my ego and a lot of things so that he doesn't get affected in any manner. So that's just whatever I've gone through is what the advice that I can give, that has been a challenge, and that's also been in a way a conscious decision that come what may, for my sake I can't have my kid suffer in terms of, because it's not his fault.
Correct. Yeah, and more power to you, whether you're doing amazingly personally as well as professionally.
No, I'm not, but I'm chasing.
I tell you something, I know so many people who have this, that men don't take ownership, they don't take that accountability for the child. They just feel like, you know what, the pride and the ego does come in, and it's happened so much. Like, I have friends who've separated, and their partners, the guys, they've just gone off. They've gone off, they hardly call the child once in like
which is really
months.
like sad and shocking, and you're like, why are the dads not stepping up?
I used to meet 3 to 4 times a week, and he was younger, he had time, so I used to go and play, I used to stop at 4, 5 when as per his timings, and now of course it's lesser, but I keep pushing, let's meet, but because he's growing up, he has his friend circle, he has his studies, and plus whatever the shortcomings in terms of wherever our distance in the bonding, because he doesn't live with me, the time spent is less. His comfort zone is where, so I have to go. So that is
No, completely. And we just want to say firstly that we've actually, we can keep talking to you because there's so much that you've shared with us that is, so much for us to learn actually. I think
we've never had anyone on the show who has spoken with so much of passion for their work. I mean, there are people, of course, but this is something totally unique. I've always very intrigued with sports people because I'm not a sports person myself.
I think that this clearly. Oh, really? You don't.
I was almost engaged to a squash channel. A squash channel.
Nice.
Off camera will tell him because his wife will be watching.
I discover new things about you every time on the podcast. It's so funny.
So, I don't want to say it. So almost engaged, and the thing that really, I mean, I could not relate because he's like one of the. I'll tell you later.
But disciplined, I'm guessing.
Like really popular.
He'd be like, let's go exercise, and she'd be like, let's go eat.
He would not do that, but it was like, his whole dedication was.
It's
as a person, I could see that he was much more disciplined, much more.
Very intense sport it is.
Yeah, it is a very intense sport, and he coaches internationally, he's like the main guy. So so that was not just one of the reasons which obviously didn't work out, but I could not obviously relate because I'm not. But it doesn't have to be the same. But at the same time, I know where they come from because it's like. It's a different breed.
It's a different mindset. I think not everyone can be
because you've reached a point where you. I mean, come on, going to junior Wimbledon, you have to be.
No. I mean, for me as a child, that was the only dream that I always dreamt that I'd be playing on the men's international circuit, and that's what I chased, and I left all the luxuries and all the comforts of home, and left at an age of 14 and a half and traveled that time aircrafts and all Indian Airlines was but one couldn't go everywhere, so we used to travel in third class. I remember in fact when we were meeting up with this reunion, I had some of the pictures from my old days. We were once standing for 36 hours from Calcutta to Bombay because we didn't get reservation. We were just near the lavatory.
36 hours.
Yeah, it was that long a journey. I've seen the best and the worst, and that's actually made the personality because you've grinded it out. You've seen life very young. You had to. Not just on the tennis court, but apart from that also, you hustle and you survive and you make your thing. So which is very interesting in life. So I'm fortunate that I've transcended through many different worlds. From tennis to modeling to theatre to books, aesthetics, design, photography to now as an actor and then behind the camera. So it's been a very enriching journey.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to master one.
No, I think you're already here.
Yeah.
No. I mean,
we've
for
done
me,
so much together.
Yeah.
I've flown, I've been
Yeah.
writing, I was
Yeah.
columnist,
Same,
Yeah.
same. We've had tons of
She's an
jobs.
RJ,
Yeah.
she's everything
RJTV
possible.
anchor, written, I've been
Wow,
a lecturer.
nice.
When I sit and look at my job,
Yeah.
sometimes but I just think it
Yeah.
gives you a story, as writers,
Sure,
there's so
sure.
much that you
Yeah,
learn.
yeah.
But we can't end the show without asking you one of the most important questions.
She's
Yeah.
not
which is-
stopping with the question.
No, this
she
is
just
the
wants
last
to know more
question.
about you, Bikram. Be careful.
This is the last question, is the most important.
Next, hi, Bikram, have you finished the documentary?
Listen, it's a very serious and very important question. Out of all the sites that you've seen in India, is this the best site that you've seen? And
No,
I
it's-
was just like,
I mean, it's been it's been an interesting and engaging conversation.
Yeah,
So if in that respect,
Yeah.
yes. I mean, yeah.
There is
like there's one thing called being delulu, but this is another level.
Yeah.
No, we're just joking, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, this has been, we've loved talking with you actually,
Thanks.
and I'm sure
Thanks
we
for
can
having me
continue.
over.
Yeah, so we'll invite ourselves for lunch to your house to see all
Why?
the files and to see all the work.
Yeah,
Joking.
more than welcome.
Yeah,
You-
But let us know when it releases, okay?
Yeah.
Everything, so we'll like kind of put it on our page,
Yeah.
and we'll do
Sure.
a lot. In fact, we should mix up a few of the stills once everything is done,
Yeah.
and we put it on our. And
Yeah.
we'll
We
do
would
that.
love to, because I am so excited to actually watch it, because I do love documentaries.
Yeah, hopefully by end of
Yeah.
next
She
year. it
loves
should-
research, documentaries.
August, September,
Yeah,
yeah.
jam. So this is amazing, and so we want to say that this. This feature is called Men We Adore, and
Okay.
clearly we have adored speaking with you, and thank you
Thanks.
so much.
Thanks a lot.
for being on
Thanks,
the show.
Bikram.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Thanks for being
Thanks
on
for
our
this
show.
freewheeling chat.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah. And you want to take the ball? You want to give it
No,
back?
you
I
can.
do take your ball back.
Yeah, she just had to get that in there, but thank you.
Thanks.